Having spent a few weeks testing the AquaSonic Vibe electric toothbrush, I'm here to give you my opinions on it. So I'm going to jump straight in with the verdict on the Vibe then. Overall, this is an excellent electric toothbrush for the money. It delivers premium brand-like features and functions at a fraction of the cost. If you're not bothered particularly about having a brand leading electric toothbrush, then the AquaSonic Vibe certainly offers a good value option. However, despite there being quite a few positives, it's not all rosy with the AquaSonic. But the niggles are small in the scheme of things, really. Those key niggles are that the product quality is good but not great. You only get 1 year of warranty, and the colour matched brush heads are not available, unfortunately, or certainly not at the time of recording. So let's jump into some of the pros and cons of this electric toothbrush then. So firstly, you've got a number of different colour options. You can see here we've got this sort of grey coloured toothbrush, which is quite nice. It's nice to have the choice of some different options rather than maybe the more clinical white colour, which is pretty standard for an electric toothbrush. You've got multiple cleaning modes. Not that you always need different modes, but there are 4 modes available on this toothbrush out of the box. You've got a dedicated cleaning mode button, so it makes it nice and easy to change through the modes. You've got a built-in timer and pacer to encourage you to brush for the dentist recommended 2 minutes. You've also got good battery life built into the toothbrush as well, which is a positive. You get a good box contents, which includes multiple brush heads and a travel case, which is handy, and ultimately it offers good value for money overall. So to the cons, as I've already indicated, it's the lack of replacement brush heads and particularly colour matched brush heads. It can be quite hard to find any replacement brush heads on offer from AquaSonic, and those that are available tend not to be in these nicer colour or different colour options such as grey, which is a bit of a negative, so you could end up with a white brush head on your grey handle. The quality of materials is okay. It's a bit plasticky and cheap, like this chrome base you can see here. It's all plastic. Not a negative for everyone, but it doesn't have the premium in-hand feel as the likes of Philips Sonicare, for example. And then the last major con, if you like, is the warranty. It is just 1 year. There's no dedicated website for AquaSonic, so I have concerns over the support. Now, some of those concerns I haven't been able to actually validate because I haven't had the brush go faulty on me, but a little bit of communication that I've had gives me a few reasons to be concerned about the ongoing support that you might get from AquaSonic. So let's take a bit more of a detailed look at the AquaSonic Vibe electric toothbrush then. So as I've mentioned, there are different colour options. Those options are, at the time of recording, Optic White, Charcoal Metallic, this grey one you see here, and Satin Rose Gold. So you've got 3 options in terms of colour. It makes no difference to the actual performance or features of the toothbrush, it's just the colour of the handles and brush heads that change. So in hand then, whilst the materials don't feel the most premium, the overall toothbrush feels quite good. It's solid, it's got a bit of a rounded design to it, slightly squared off. You can sort of feel a very slight edge, but the materials are sort of more of a matte finish, so it's not too slippy. And on the back of the brush handle, there are a number of grips built in, which is nice. It helps the fingertips get a nice firm hold of this toothbrush. So overall, it's kind of pretty classic toothbrush design, and I kind of like the way that things have been laid out. We've got a nice large power button on the top here, which gives nice tactile feedback. We've got a smaller cleaning mode button, which allows us to cycle through the different modes available on this toothbrush. Now, this is a sonic toothbrush, which means the bristles move side to side like a Philips Sonicare electric toothbrush. So the cleaning experience is comparable to that you might get from a Philips Sonicare electric toothbrush, and you've got this slightly larger sort of oval rectangle brush head. It's not quite as small as the likes of maybe a round Oral-B brush head. I should just point out one little gripe I have around the box is it says it's an ultrasonic whitening toothbrush. Now, this is not an ultrasonic toothbrush. Ultrasonic toothbrushes are a different category of toothbrush. I won't get into all the details on the differences, but this is a sonic, not an ultrasonic toothbrush. And there's nothing specific about this toothbrush that makes it any better at whitening the teeth than any other electric toothbrush. Yes, it has a whitening mode, but that doesn't mean it can whiten the teeth any better than another toothbrush. So just be aware of that. The ultrasonic and whitening is, well, it's just poor word choice really to explain this toothbrush. So the brush heads come on and off the brush handle like so. They've got a nice secure fit to them. You should replace them every 3 months. One of the things that makes this brush such good value is the fact that you get 8 brush heads included in the box. So you basically don't need to replace any of the brush heads for at least 2 years if it's just you using this toothbrush. But when it does come to replacing those brush heads, they can be very difficult to source and you may not get the colour option available. Now you can get third-party options that will fit on to this toothbrush. Basically any brush head that is compatible with a Sonicare toothbrush will fit, but you might struggle to get them from AquaSonic and you may have to pay a slightly more expensive price than you would if AquaSonic made their own. So you've got 4 cleaning modes on the brush handle here. You've got clean, soft, whiten or whitening, and massage. So you can select the mode which is most appropriate for yourself, and each mode differs the power delivered to the brush head here and ultimately changes the cleaning action slightly. You can change the mode at any point when the brush is off and when the brush is turned on, and you power it on by a single press of the power button here. Now you can probably hear the brush there. And you may just be able to hear how the sound changes on each of the different modes. Each mode is backlit with a white light, which is quite handy. Now, when you do power this toothbrush on, it has a built-in timer and pacer, which helps you brush for the recommended 2 minutes. At the end of the 2-minute clean, it will automatically turn itself off to conserve battery and let you know that the 2-minute clean is over. And at 30-second intervals, you get a slight pause in the brush head movement, which ultimately changes the sensation, and that's your cue to move to different quadrants of the mouth. There is no pressure sensor built in here, so if you do brush your teeth with too much force, you're not going to be alerted. A little bit of a negative, but it's not a make or break deal by any means. You'll also see here at the bottom of the handle a battery status icon, so this gives you feedback about the remaining power in the built-in rechargeable battery, which is nice to see. Some toothbrushes do omit this feature, so at least you do get some feedback on that built-in rechargeable battery. The toothbrush handle is essentially designed to be water resistant. Everything's sort of sealed inside, so a rinse under the tap will be absolutely fine, but don't go submerging this in water. Included in the box, in addition to the charging stand, which I'll talk a little bit more about very shortly, you do also get a travel case. It's a fairly basic and functional plastic travel case which will hold the toothbrush handle and up to 2 brush heads. So that's quite nice if you are going away on vacation or anything like that. You can take the toothbrush and a spare head with you if you like as well. And with 4 weeks or so of battery life, you're not going to have to take the charging stand with you, which is good also. So looking at the battery that's built into this in a little bit more detail then, it's a lithium-ion battery built in, so you're going to get a good battery life. There's a claimed 4 weeks of battery life from AquaSonic. In my hands-on testing, I actually achieved around about 5 weeks, so a little bit over that 4 weeks, which is good to see. I like a toothbrush that has a slightly longer battery life than maybe 1 or 2 weeks, because it means you can go away on vacation. You just don't have to worry quite the same. Included in the box is a charging stand that was actually colour matched to this handle. It has a 2-pin power adapter on it, but the actual charging stand itself is rated for 110 through to 240 volts, which means if you were to travel to somewhere with a higher voltage, say Europe for example, all you need to do is take a plug adapter rather than a voltage adapter with you, which is quite handy. The battery icon on the toothbrush will light up green when the remaining power in the battery is above 20%. When it gets below approximately 20%, it will flash red to kind of alert you that you need to charge it soon. When you do sit it on the charging stand, it can take up to a full 24 hours to charge this fully, but if you need to use it sooner than that, you can take it off the charging stand. So AquaSonic are not one of your major brands that you'll have actually heard of. They've kind of made a name for themselves being sold through Amazon.com. You'll find the price to be very competitive. You won't actually find it sold anywhere else, sort of retail stores, pharmacies, or other online retailers, or certainly not at the time of recording. You're looking at an approximate price of $37 to purchase this toothbrush. That includes the handle, the 8 brush heads, the travel case and the charging stand, which is very good value indeed. Now you do need to bear in mind that you get 8 brush heads included, but you will need to purchase more as time goes on. Now the availability of these is difficult, as I've already mentioned, so you might have to shop around to find some compatible brush heads, so the prices on those can vary. But we like to price a toothbrush over a 3-year period here to give you kind of like a benchmark of what it will actually cost you to own this toothbrush over a few years and make comparison to other brushes you may be considering. So it works out around about $48 or 3 cents per day over 3 years, which is quite simply superb value and significantly cheaper than most of the competition, particularly from the leading brands like Oral-B and Sonicare. Whilst it is very cheap, you are potentially paying the price in some regards in terms of the warranty, the support, potentially the reliability. And I do think that a brush like the Philips Sonicare ProtectorClean 4100 could potentially be a better buy longer term. It doesn't have all the features and functions of the AquaSonic Vibe, but you don't necessarily need all of those functions, but it's one to consider nonetheless. So to conclude, the AquaSonic Vibe is a perfectly satisfactory electric toothbrush that I could happily use on a daily basis. It's good value and it has essential features like a timer and pacer built in, and it also has those value added extras such as the extra brush heads and the good battery life. It is let down a little bit by the product quality and potentially the reliability and the methods that you have to go through to access that support. You can find more details about this in the review linked in the description below. You may wish to consider the Philips Sonicare ProtectorClean 4100 as an alternative, as I think that may provide a better long-term buy. Of course, the choice is yours, and hopefully this review has helped you come to a conclusion. If you found this video useful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. For more videos like this, click subscribe. But until next time, thanks for watching.